Hello,
everybody.
We're just starting to think like which number is that, but it's actually number 14.
Today's number 14, and we're sticking on the topic of client relationships.
Yes, so we're just gonna give you a few tips on how to maintain a long-term relationship with your customers, because it's very important. We keep on saying like how you can get more business opportunities and what you can do in order to grow your business. Now, how you keep them and you make sure that you actually make them happy and you can just keep on growing.
And before we do that, I just want to introduce myself. I'm Bridget, and my company is Shift 1 Degree.
And I'm Dana, and my company is Big Up Consulting. And our main thing like to do with this podcast is just to give you as many tools as possible and to share our knowledge and experience and like what you can do in order to grow your business, to develop yourself on a personal development side and on a business marketing side.
Yep. So sharing tips, sharing ideas, getting feedback, and just overall kind of putting ourselves out there to find out more, to do some research, that kind of thing.
Yeah. Yes, because it's very important eventually to share the knowledge. If you're not sharing the knowledge, why are you basically, doing like any type of business?
Exactly.
Because you want to share something. You're sharing your knowledge, even if it's about having a product that you sell. You share your knowledge because you're selling certain products for a certain reason.
Mm-hmm.
So what the tips that you want to give today?
So today I'm going to share a story with you. So the tip number 1 is when you have an oopsie-coopsie. So an oopsie-coopsie, that's never great. So the situation that I had, I was doing a coaching session with a client, and I'd gone to meet in Wembley Square, and the Wi-Fi was on, off, on, off. I had the earphones, so that was fine. I could work around that. But the Wi-Fi kept going on and off, on and off. And I think during season, they kind of shorten your time that you can actually use the Wi-Fi.
Yeah, because a lot of people probably use it.
Yeah. Exactly. So it kept going on and off. And I just kind of smoothed it over. And I was like, oh, it's fine. And I could see she was getting more and more irate. And she was like, this is not working for me. It's not working for me. And anyway, I gave her extra time. So instead of the session being an hour, we were together for about an hour and a half. And I still felt, not good. And I said, what can I do to make this okay? Because clearly she wasn't okay. And she's been a client for about a year, And she said, we can never be at that coffee shop again. Not that she was there because she's in Germany, but, in the Skype session. So going forward, I made an alternative plan. And then I'm at home and I'm doing it there. And it's been amazing. But it really is about owning it. Taking responsibility and making it right when you make a mistake.
I think we need to remember that we're all eventually human beings, and it doesn't matter we all have mistakes, and sometimes it's not even our side as well.
But change it.
You can have it. I had an online coaching session that I've done, and the client had a baby, so in between we need wasn't that easy for me that I need to put a stop in between because of the baby, but I was trying to understand that situation. So instead of actually doing it for in one day for a few hours, I split it to 2 times for less than in the hours on that day because of that baby. But but it was actually for me a nice learning because I actually got some nice ideas out of it. So it's not that bad. So you just if there's a mistake and something like an oopsie happens,
you
need to just face it at that moment, deal with it, and just go with it, go with the flow, and see what are you learning, what are you taking from it for the next time? And what's working and what's not. And it's fine. Eventually, you're all learning. You can be even in a business for 10 years. And you're still going to learn new things. It's it's only, I think, it's up to you to be open in your mind to see what's going on around you and to learn, what's have your key learnings and see what's going on.
But part of that's being open to it, right? If you know the client's unhappy or there's a thing, there's that little elephant, you need to kind of make sure that things are okay, because I think on either side, you want to make sure that the person's getting value, they feel appreciated. So that is important.
It is important of marketing. If you look at marketing in general, it's all about research. So basically, and I think that's going to also link us to the next tip, is that learn about your clients, learn about them, learn what's working for them, what's not. Be open to listen to them, communicate with them. It's relationship with your clients, it's a relationship with your partner or a relationship with your friends or your parents.
Value it, appreciate it, respect it.
It is. And if we go on the second tip is on the communication part.
Yes. And finding the right form of communication. So the example that we were chatting about earlier was, some people like phone calls, which is great. You have a phone call. Some people like WhatsApp. Some people like an email. But to be mindful of what
some people like face-to-face as well. Like,
Exactly. So what is the person's preference in when they're communicating? Because if you don't communicate with people in a way that they feel comfortable, it can be a breakdown. As opposed to building the relationship, it actually breaks it down. The person's like, oh my gosh, you're phoning me again. We just spoke like a week ago.
It is, but even if you think about, like, if you look at the different email campaigns that you got, like you participate in a webinar and then they keep on sending you one by one. Some people will say, you know what, I actually like it. It's a nice reminder. Thank you. And some will say, really? I want to say the F word.
Yes.
But they basically want to show the middle finger.
Yeah.
I'm done. I want to unsubscribe. And that's a nice thing today, that you can unsubscribe from things. But still, like, find the right way of communicating. And sometimes
the frequency, that was a good point. The frequency is important, because I do a monthly newsletter. And for me, if I'm getting something once a month, that totally resonates. Hence the reason I'm doing once a month. I'm doing a monthly newsletter.
So I'm not doing once a month. I'm doing it once a week.
Oh, okay, cool.
I'm living it. So it's again, and also, like, it's not only once a week. It's also like, if I have something important to say, so why not just say it? So I want to share some nice tips. So why not? So by the way, if you like our videos, if you like our podcast, give us a like, give us a heart. You can feel free to ask questions on any
feedback.
Yes. And as well, like, you can subscribe to our YouTube channels and to our newsletters and get more information, because eventually it is like we're trying to share, and it's also part of the communication. You can say, like, if I would see that my clients are not responding nicely for me sending once a week, so I'm not going to do it once a week.
Exactly.
That's it. But it's part of learning and understanding.
Again, part of the research. If you don't do it, you don't know. If you're going to just sit and wonder, then you're never going to get the answer. You've got to go out there and you've got to do the action. You've got to actually see what works and what doesn't work, right?
It is. And I can say that I'm, as a marketing person, when I get that people, so some will send me email all the time and some will not. And with some, I'll be fine with it, actually.
Yeah.
And some like, really, I'm like getting upset with it. So it's also to learning about that. And it's like, even me, that I know the bad things, like, I'm still trying to understand and just do research. So, for example, I'll give you like a nice tip. It's like, if you do email campaigns, you can do it by yourself with MailChimp. And with MailChimp, you got like a nice report that you can download, and you can see the open rate percentage. And then you can see, like, okay, was it working? Was it not? Like, are people still listening? Like, you can learn a lot about it.
I also think with MailChimp, I have mentioned this before, what I did originally was I took a lot of my email addresses, and then I added people to my mailing list, and I sent out my first newsletter. And then there was, I think I can't remember how many I sent out. And there was, say, 10 people who unsubscribed. And immediately I thought, learning lesson number 1, get permission first. So now what I do is I actually contact people. And I say to them, I do a monthly newsletter. If they ask me, I say, it's on personal development. Would you like to be added or not? They say yes or no.
So that way, you can actually send the newsletter. And if they don't want it, they're just going to unsubscribe it, and it's fine.
My choice, though, I've just chosen that everyone to themselves, but I've just chosen to go the other route of saying, do you want to be added, yes or no? Because I didn't like the first one that I didn't like seeing all those unsubscribed, because I felt like I'd invaded their privacy and I'd taken advantage, or I don't know what the right word is.
That's also part of doing things outside of your comfort zone and see.
Yeah,
and check
I just thought, no, I don't want to do that, because I don't want people just sending me stuff. So I thought, let me rather get permission, yes or no, and then go with that. So that's what it's all you.
Everyone works in a different way. And by the way, I'm gonna post in a few more days like a video about like MailChimp, more tips about it, so you can feel free to follow.
MailChimp's great, guys.
It's a great tool, and it's very free, so why not?
Tip number 3.
Yes.
So our tip number 3 is about checking in with clients, and checking in. I suppose some people come comfortable, some people don't. And what, basically, in a nutshell, think about when you haven't spoken to a mate for a while, or somebody that you've had like a good relationship with, you've had regular contact with, that you haven't spoken to in a while. And suddenly they phone you up, or they send you an email, or they send you a WhatsApp going, hey, how's it going? How are you? It's kind of nice.
It's a follow-up. Eventually, it's a follow-up. And that's the nice thing that you can use in different things. And again, we spoke about the MailChimp before, but like, even there, you can see who opened your email more than once, so you can actually communicate with them and reach out and follow up and say. And that's a nice thing. Even if you have a client that you haven't spoke for a month, check up on him, see what's going on. Maybe he wasn't thinking, because he's like on his daily routine, is like stressing for things, and like you will kind of like, wow, you know what? you actually came to us in the right time. And like I said, also
Yeah.
from a different way. So when I get people that start to follow me on Instagram, I send them a message like of like, hi, thank you for following us.
Acknowledgement.
And
Yeah.
some of them will say, a lot of them will give me like a heart, like on like a yes, or like say with a pleasure. And some will say, you know what, I actually need your service. So if I wasn't even necessarily reaching out for them, inviting like a simple message like, hi, thank you for following us, the connection would never happen. So check in. It's not a bad thing. So, you know, you do it, but in your own pace, in your own way.
And as long as it's coming from an authentic place. So when you're checking in, you're genuinely checking in to go, are you okay? How's everything going? That's why you're doing it. Because I think your intention is everything, right?
And again, and find a balance again between like how you checking in and not over checking in.
Yes.
And that's like to understand. So you have that clients that you need to be like, I'll walk with you hand by hand and I'll text you all the time. And you've got that clients that like, please leave me alone. You can come whenever you've got something new or something unique or when I need it. And that's it. And just find and learn it.
Yeah.
So if you're going to sum it up, we had three tips.
Yeah. You've got the 3. The 1 is when you make an oopsie-coopsie, do whatever you can to rectify it.
Yes.
Number 2, find the client's preference of communication.
Yes, the right platform that you can communicate with them.
Yep. Number 3 is check-in. Just how are you? How are you doing? Just genuinely curious about how they are.
It is, and just follow up and remember that's how you build. That's how you still stay in top of mind with them, and that's what you want to be. You want them to think like, oh wow, I actually need, for me, like I need a marketing advice, so I can reach out to Big Consulting. I need a personal development session. I'll reach out to Shift One Degree. That's how it works.
Yes.
Next topic will be on
the psychology of starting a small business. So we'll give you some tips on that. It'll be same time, same day next week. Thank you.
So we're going to see you. And again, any feedback will be much appreciated. We got actually some topics that people want us to cover. So we're going to work on it and we're going to do it.
Thank you, everybody.
Bye.